Nelson. Welcome, welcome. Yet another tour here in Nelson City, one of my favorite places. And yeah, I'll just wait another minute or two. Maybe some people coming along and joining the show. But my name is Michael. I'm a local here. I want to show you around Nelson City. We want to go to the Nelson Saturday Market, but we also want to have a look at the Lord of the Ring jeweler at Jens Hansen, which is really an institution here in Nelson. So yeah, I can't wait to show you around and show you my region and the city of Nelson and have a little bit of a walk around. So just waiting for another minute or so if there's anybody turning up, and then we'll just get the show rolling. So Nelson is located, just a few details. Nelson is located in the top of the South Island. If you look on a Google map, this is one of the larger cities here in New Zealand, Nelson City. And yeah, it's one of the most beautiful places here in New Zealand. It has a beautiful climate, so we're very fortunate today. It's a lovely, lovely sunny day here. We have spring season now. Finally, we had a lot of rain over the last few months. So yeah, everything is lush and green. And yeah, I want to show you around my kind of home place. So my name is Michael. Let's get the start rolling. There's a couple of people already there. Welcome. My name is Michael, and yeah, I'm a local here. So let me know where you guys from, and also if you have any questions throughout the tour, please forward them through and I will endeavor to answer them for you. Just a quick overview on what we're going to do. We will walking through the gardens first here in the center, then we're heading over to Jens Hansen, the Lord of the Ring jeweler, and then we're heading into the Nelson Saturday Market, which is an institution itself. So more about that later on. So I'll switch around now, and yeah, let me know any questions. More than happy to answer them for you. So here we go. We are right outside the Nelson Cathedral. So Nelson has its own cathedral, really good. It's a lovely building right in the heart. I'll just show you a map so you can actually visualize a little bit better. But there's quite a bit of history I want to talk about, but also it has to do with migration. Myself, I'm a migrant. I came here about 40 years ago from Germany, but let's have a look first onto the map. So I'll show you where we are and where we're going to go. So here we are, that's the cathedral. We're just standing here. What we do, we walk through the gardens here, and I'll talk a little bit about the nature, the uniqueness of New Zealand nature. We go down, we head over to Jens Hansen, the jeweler shop, which is here, and then we're heading into the Nelson Market, which is very centrally located. So let's get it started. Here's some old pictures while we're here. See, that's what it looked like in the 1890s, very early on. But let's step back while we walking through the gardens here. Let's step back about 1,000 years ago. New Zealand, 1,000 years ago, there were only birds. There were only birds. There was no human beings around here. While Europe was, had wars and all sorts of rivalries, here in New Zealand it was peace. There were only birds. That meant, yeah, it was just amazing. Must have been an amazing place having those fellas. And maybe one of the birds you know is the flightless kiwi bird. So the reason these guys, there are many of them actually which were flightless or half flightless, they basically didn't need to fly away because they simply didn't have any predators. So this was the the unique part of New Zealand in those days. The first humans arrived about 800 years ago. They were the Polynesian seafarers. They came from the Society Islands around about Tahiti. And they came into the North Island about 800 years ago. They came in this part of New Zealand about 700 years ago. So that was the first wave of migrants. And during the trip today, we actually meet a few migrants on the market, and I will also talk about other people which established themselves over the years, and they're still establishing themselves, coming from all sorts of places. So let's have a look here through the garden. We walking through this beautiful setting. I mean, we're very lucky today anyway. We have beautiful sun, look at that. I mean, it's blue sky, it's really pleasant temperatures. As mentioned before, this is now our spring season. It's probably one of the most beautiful times in the year, really. So let's go here, over there. So yeah, and we have quite a few unique trees here in New Zealand because of its isolation. We've got a puhutakawa tree here in the back. At Christmas time, they will actually flower red. This is another 4 weeks to go, something like that. But yeah, it's very unique. The palms you can see here on the left-hand side, they are not really uniquely New Zealand. So a lot of trees like oak trees. Let's have a quick look through here, actually. A lot of trees that were planted by the early settlers. So let's go back to history again. About 1840, 1841, the first migrants, the organized migrants from Europe came into this area. And what they've done, guess what? They planted trees. Some of them here. Here's an oak tree right in front of us. So these are not native New Zealand, but they're oak trees. And all sorts of other trees they're basically planted. Here's another one, and those trees are in these days protected. But what I want to say really, when these first European settlers came, there were English, Irish, Scottish, there were even Germans. They had this German village outside here, Sarau, and they really started to bring in their skill into the new place they lived in. And what we're doing now, we're actually walking down the Trafalgar steps, because the background with that is that the city of Nelson was named after Admiral Nelson. And you may recall, maybe not, but Admiral Nelson was the man which beat the French and Spanish in 1805. So that was where the name Nelson comes from. And guess what? The street right in front of us, we're walking down now, it's called Trafalgar Street. So this is really the background of that, Trafalgar, the Battle of Trafalgar, etc., etc. So the city was laid out in about 1841. First ships arrived, and in a matter of 1.5 years, they had about 18 ships coming in, and yeah, the place was kind of packed. You know, it was around about 3,000 people after 18 months were here settled here. Everything was, as I mentioned before, organized. It was an organized settlement. They had some plans. Some of those plans didn't go that well, but look, you know, that's the way it is. So this gives you a bit of a background on Nelson. And these days, Nelson is a hub for agriculture, for fishing, for arts, and it's quite a vibrant place, especially in the summer season. Let's have a look. We have to cross here. We have, like in England, we have left traffic. Oh, that's very kind of them. Thank you very much. Let us go. So yeah, people are mostly, they're very friendly here in New Zealand. So especially here in the smaller places like Nelson. So let's have a look through here. We heading into Trafalgar. Here's one sculpture of an immigrant, a famous migrant to New Zealand. It was Cheselco. Elco his name was. He was the founder of a coffee which is right behind us, which were called Cheselco. And Elko Proswick was actually a migrant from Holland, from the Netherlands. And I remember, I was a fairly young guy in these days, I remember coming through here with my bicycle, and this was his place. I mean, now it's a bar, but this was a vegetarian coffee. This was in the late 80s, was really unusual. The food scene in New Zealand was pretty English, you know, with pies and sausage rolls and and that kind of food. But he was really a pioneer, so he brought his skills and his knowledge over from Europe and established here his famous coffee Cheselko. He was a very kind man. I remember him. I was traveling around in these days. When you're bicycling around, you're always hungry, aren't you? So I've started to do a little coffee house guide. Guess what, and it was a little publication. I had about 20, 30 pages, and I started to sell it. And I got printed and all the rest of it. And he actually was one of the first which bought it off me. So I really still remember that. That's a quaint little story, goes back 35 years or so, but I still remember this kind man, supportive and very encouraging. So anyway, so give you a bit of a swing around here. Nelson Main Road, isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? Now the trees come out. They are not native New Zealand. Therefore, in the winter season, you won't have any leaves on these trees. So in the winter season, only the native New Zealand trees, they keep their leaves, but not the exotic trees like oaks and all these trees from Europe and North America. Anyway, so you get a bit of an idea here about the architecture. There was a lot of building going on, a lot of beautiful buildings. We still see those, and some, on the other side we have a famous restaurant here. I want to talk also a little bit about food, of course, food and wine, but this is yet another beautiful building here. Hopgood's, famous restaurant here. It's been running for many, many years. It's one of the best in the area. We've got a real estate agent here, so it's all collected. Over here on the other side, we have Lombardi's. Guess what? Italian. There's a lot of Italian migrants came over from Europe after the Second World War. I'm not quite sure when he came here, but it's owned by an Italian, obviously. But there's a lot of Italian influence and a lot of Italian people, heritage settled in the Nelson region. Let's have a quick look up here, the cathedral steps. These steps were donated by a wealthy business person in 1913, and Crawthon, Mr. Crawthon, and there's also a Crawthon Institute, which is here which is located here in Nelson. But isn't that amazing? Isn't that a beautiful sight? We're so fortunate today. Not only blue sky, but also it's no wind. It's no wind. This time of the year, I'm living outside here in Nelson. This time of the year, we often get a bit of wind. But in general, if you ever want to visit New Zealand, so from November until April, I can recommend. This is a good time. This is our summer season, so it's on the other, it's just reversed to the northern hemisphere, obviously. So let's move down here towards Jens Hansen, jeweler. So, just have to take my breath a little bit. I'm running out of puff here already. So, Jens Hansen. So, the Lord of the Ring, you're probably aware of it. So, the Lord of the Rings was filmed by famous New Zealand director Peter Jackson, Sir Peter Jackson. And Peter obviously used the New Zealand scenery a lot in respect of filming his movies. Guess what? There's 150 filming locations they have used throughout New Zealand for those movies. Isn't that amazing? Most of them are scenery, meaning you won't see anything in respect of buildings or whatever. The only place left where people really can get the vibe of Hobbiton, Lord of the Ring, is Hobbiton Village up in the North Island of New Zealand. It's about near Rotorua, so this is the only place. But this place here, Jens Hansen, jeweler, is one place a lot of Lord of the Ring fans they actually come to, because this is the Ringmaker, meaning Peter Jackson and his team actually approached the original owner, Jens Hansen, and if he would make the rings for the Lord of the Ring. And so he did. He was a bit hesitant at first, but guess what? Jens Hansen was also a migrant. He came from Denmark. Jens Hansen came from Denmark in the 1950s and established, started to work as a jeweler and established his little business. I believe it was in the 60s. And just have a look here if there's some people in there. At the moment, there's some people in there, but I maybe can sneak in without disturbing those people. Right. So all up, I just sneak in there. All up, they produced 41 rings here. And you see, one of the giant ones here is I'm not sure if it's not for sale. Obviously, it's written here. But apart from that, they are really a boutique jeweler. They produce really some world-class jewelry here in the heart of Nelson. And they have a little workshop. Would I just be able to just move there?
Yeah.
All right, I'll just, yeah, okay. I just go over there and I just explain about your jeweler that you're very boutique, very craftsmanship and so on, a little bit of that. So we just have a sneak into the workshop. That's where all the action is. And look at that. I mean, you not often get that close to the artists, but Nelson is really one of these artists' places. Look at that. That's one of the workshops they have. And it's all handmade. So I'll put in the website for Jens Hansen jeweler as well. But yeah, you get the vibe. It's such a craftsmanship here, and Nelson is really famous for arts and crafts. So let's move on. I don't want to disturb here these people, but normally what's happening, Valeria, she's actually one of the staff here. She is also a migrant. So there's a lot of people coming in from all sorts of countries. So what I'll do, I'll just go out. We might get a chance.
I can give you the ring if you
Oh,
want.
you can give me the ring. Okay, she can give me the ring. Valeria, give me the ring. Oh, here we are.
Hang on a minute, you got to go on an adventure and a journey.
Oh, what's that? Look,
Given to
she
you.
gave me the ring. It's so heavy, boy. Wow, wow. So what do you do with that ring? Tell me the story.
So it was used for reflection. And
Just a minute, I'll have to put it down here.
Yeah, so it was used for reflection.
Just a minute, I'll get another mic.
When they sit.
Oh, hello.
Hello, nice to see you guys.
Hello.
Welcome to Jens Hansen, and
So this is a live stream.
yeah,
We
this is a
just,
live
the
stream.
people.
So this is Jens, our kind of founder, Jens Hansen. This is Trokkel. So both of them worked in one ring. So for the movie, we did 41 rings in general, and all these rings were 18 karat yellow gold rings, 7 millimeters wide, quite thick and big and bold, and beautiful. And yeah, this ring we also was a special request for reflection and also different scale and film in different perspectives. So this big ring you could see in these scenes when they sit around the fire, and then here on the snow. And also we made a huge chain. So unfortunately the ring didn't glow, so everything what you could see on the film, it was computer graphics. And originally the movie ring looked like that. So it was 18 karat yellow gold ring. Beautiful, powerful, you need that. You need that. You just love it. You just like wear it, and after that you can't take it off. And then on Frodo was this silver chain, like Victorian style clasp. It was specially made decision to make the chain in silver to pop up the color of the ring. So yes, that's what we did. A lot of information on our website also, so jenshansen.com, and Valeria.
Uppsala, the rings are
Yes.
falling down.
But they should last. They should last. So
Oh, they've done worse.
yeah, so
They've been-
it's
oh,
all good.
just behind you, just behind where the chair is.
Oh, thank you so much. You see, we're just like busy. So we're in this building since
Yeah.
1973. It's very historical for us. It still has that spirit which it's had before. This is the shop. Behind there is a workshop. Jens lives upstairs, so
Yeah, did he?
yeah. So This
I'm
is how we-
focusing this trip today on the migrants. You know, there's a lot of migrants. I mean, I'm from Germany, and you know, Giselgo from Holland, and people from around the world, really. And that's another classic example where somebody came from the other side of the world.
Yeah,
you
from
know?
Denmark. So he came here with his family, and his mother found job with the jeweler because he didn't speak really well English, and found his passion, by the way. So his style was very bold and chunky. You can see on the red carpet. So it's originally his design. We call it legacy
And I
collection.
believe his son is running it now, isn't he?
Yes.
One of his sons.
Oh, thank you. My heart
Well,
was
that is
like...
beautiful, isn't it? I mean, every individual piece is unique, so that is the beauty with craftsmanship, isn't it? So, hey, thank you very much,
Thank
Valerina,
you.
again,
Thank
you know.
you. You're very
It's my
welcome
first trip
always.
this summer.
Oh, yes, fantastic.
So off to the
Welcome
market
Nelson,
now.
yeah.
Okay, let's
People
thank you
need to
very
come
much.
here. Okay,
Cheers.
cheers.
Bye. Right. Oh, we called it lucky, you know, because sometimes it's a bit, you know, some people don't want to be filmed on camera, etc. So, yeah, we've been very fortunate that Valeria, I think she's from Ukraine actually, she was able to give us a bit of an insight on Jens Hansen jewelry. So now we're walking along through one of the smaller streets here in Nelson. We head down. Well, does anyone here has PayPal? Yeah, I do have PayPal. It's I haven't put the link in. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. So here we are. Let's talk about art, really, because I mean, look, there's so much out here. But one of the art scene here in Nelson are the clothing makers. Hello.
I made
Hi.
painted these.
Did you paint those? Can I get you on film? My name is Michael. I'm doing a live stream with people from around the world, and I just talk about arts, Nelson arts. So you made that. So
Yeah.
tell me more.
And I do all the clothing.
Oh, do you? What's your name, by the way?
Robin Reynolds.
Robin Reynolds.
Sign up there.
Hello, Robin. Robin, I'll put the sign on the camera afterwards. So yeah. So tell me a little bit about your clothing.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Well, let's go in. Hopefully the internet won't get off here. I just keep it low. My name is Michael. I do a live stream trip with people from around the world. Just about Nelson Market, just been to the jeweler. And look at that. I mean, honestly, we're going from one workshop to the next one.
Yes, this is a very creative woman.
Look at that.
So we have, I have a full-time seamstress.
Just a
She
minute, I have
works
another
here.
micro. If you wouldn't mind holding that, hold into that.
I have a full-time seamstress and she works from here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And then this is where I do the orders and the designing, and I buy the fabric and I run. This is my business, so you know I do all the orders.
How long have you been doing it?
25 years.
25 years only.
Yeah. And this is Bridget.
Yeah, Bridget. Hello, Bridget. Or Michael.
Bridget comes in on Saturdays and the school holidays.
Look at those. I
she
mean, you're
loves-
obviously focusing on women's clothing.
Yeah, I do men's shirts, but
Some men's shirts, but not at the moment.
not yet. No.
Yeah. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And they're all handmade, of course.
Yeah,
Right here.
yeah,
Right here. I mean, how unique is this in
Yeah.
these days?
And honestly, it's beautiful fabric.
Are you happy to put it on camera?
Yes, no, that's fine. Beautiful fabric.
Yeah.
So that I just come and work on a Saturday because I am a teacher.
Ah.
But, I've always loved Robin's clothes.
Yeah.
Like these trousers. I mean, I've got some of her skirts are like 10 years old.
Right.
And they're still like new.
Yeah,
You know, and trying to teach my daughters who are teenagers now about, you know, buying sustainable clothing.
Yeah.
And then supporting, you know, other
Yeah.
businesses because everything here is beautifully made. And because I'm tall, she always makes it a bit longer and she's
go
very
over
clever.
here.
And she also does the art. See
Yeah.
on the wall there, she does beautiful paintings. But yeah,
Look at
lots of
that.
beautiful, gorgeous clothes. Lots of denim. Have you?
Yeah,
We
love
love our
denim.
denim. We rock our denim.
We love
So
denim.
where are you from?
Well, I live here. I
do
live
you?
outside Mapua, and I'm doing those live streams. I do Mapua Wharf. I've been to Nangamoti Festival last weekend.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just starting. I'm in the tourism industry, and
Oh,
that's just a
that's
bit of a hobby.
cool.
Just a bit of a hobby for me, and to
And then do you put it online?
yeah, on my YouTube channel,
Oh, that's
Virtual
cool.
Journeys.
Ah, that's so cool.
Can I just show, these are really popular.
Oh,
These
look
are
at
called,
those,
what are
look
these
at those.
called?
Melissa.
The Melissa pens. And they're very cool. So this is just one
Do you have a
type.
business card I can just put it in front of if you have one? Look at that.
Oh, that's so nice.
It's a little find, isn't it? I mean, I've been walking, I've done this about 10 times now. But what's here? Yeah, look at that. This, I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up. What's it called? Robbie.
Robin Reynolds.
I'll put it on the
It's
website.
my name.
I'll put it on the website.
It's my name.
Yeah. I'll put it on the website. Hey, it's been lovely catching up with you guys. I'll have to.
I'm going to shake your hand.
Yeah,
and then
okay,
I'll give you
okay. I'll have to carry on to the market now
Enjoy
because
the market
we have
on the
1
sun.
hour
Oh,
and
yes.
there's lots to see.
The time's ticking. Thanks for
you
your
so
time.
Okay, no worries, Robin. And your name was again?
Bridget.
I'm bad with names. Okay, catch you later, Bridget and Robin. Wasn't that a little find, hey? Wasn't that a little find? I just put here Robin Reynolds clothing, and she's also an artist. Look at that, designed and made in Nelson since 2000. Gorgeous. Okay, let's move on. I mean, to be honest, it's the first time I stopped here. So it just shows you, I mean, it's full of goodies and full of places to discover. So if you ever come to this part of New Zealand, to this part of the world, I highly encourage you to have 2 or 3 nights to check out the art scene, food and wine. Talking about food, this is East Street. This is a local vegetarian foodie place. I've been there a few times. Beautiful, beautiful, yeah. Lania, yeah, beautiful, isn't it? So, and there's, I think this is a kind of a Mexican style. I guess we're at Halloween. A Mexican style place here. So yeah, it's just walk slowly through the road, the little street here towards one of the main streets. It's quite interesting here. The roads are all in either north, south or east, west direction. So it's really easy to navigate. You know, if you stay in central Nelson, you can pretty much walk everywhere. But this one now, it's a larger one. I think it's Hardy Street, and we're just crossing here to head over to the market. There's already a bit more vibe here. Look at these guys. They're cruising through. A bit more vibe, a bit more traffic now, obviously. So that's what New Zealand traffic has looked like. We have the English system driving on the left-hand side here. So yeah, now we just around the corner, we're heading into the market. So Nelson Market is one of these institutions. It's been established about 40 years ago, 40 years ago. And it's hugely successful, especially in the summer season. A lot of producers, food producers, artists, and sorry?
Can I photobomb
Yeah, of course.
Sandra from the chamber.
Hello, Sandra. I'm Michael. You remember me?
That's why I said
I know. I just met her locally. That's what you get. I'm just doing a live stream tour.
I thought you might be. So.
Yeah. You have to go on the other side. That's Sandra, one of my friends. Yeah, Sandra's heading. You know, Sandra, isn't it amazing? You know, the Saturday market. Are you going there often?
I've just bought all my stuff. I'm
You
back.
bought all your stuff?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So now I'm meeting a friend for coffee. So there's lovely artesian coffee and goodies there. So we're going to enjoy it.
Isn't that's New Zealand for you? You always bump into people.
It's true,
You know?
especially in Nelson.
Yeah. Hey, thank you very much. Good to see you again, Sandra. I'll pop in. So yeah, classic. You know, you walk around, everybody seems to know each other. The same happened to me last weekend. I was at the festival outside here. But anyway, back to the market. So there's a lot of food producers, a lot of artists, all sorts of people having their little stand. And lots of tourists coming in. Normally go left, but this time, normally I'll go right, but this time I might turn left. So we'll go through here. And what I normally do is I'll try to chat to local people here and they often, I asked for permission obviously, if they're happy to talk to me and that I show their faces. But yeah, let's move in there and go into the ground. As I mentioned before, this is now the summer season, starting the summer season, meaning there's a lot of, it's very bubbly, very busy now. November is the start of our peak tourism season. Look at this, local arts and crafts. So you find anything here, really, from, this looks like corrugated iron. Is that corrugated iron? It is, isn't it? My name is Michael. I'm doing a live stream too on YouTube.
Yeah,
Would you mind?
No.
Okay. What's your name, by the way?
Vicky.
Vicky.
Yes.
Hello, Vicky. How are you doing?
What's that?
That's a microphone. If you
no,
want,
oh, no,
you don't want to talk. Okay. So, Vicky, tell me a little bit about your art here.
Oh, no.
No?
Oh, well, I've been doing it a long time.
Look at that. She's watching out of the fern. You know, isn't that
I know
cool?
my poor food is going to run out.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah,
but
it's a
I
bit-
think I'm promoting its growth.
Yeah, garden art by Vicky. Here we go, garden art by Vicky. Isn't that lovely? Very vibrant colours, Vicky.
Thank you.
Very vibrant.
It's
You're
like
obviously
a
local.
song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, kind of local. 40 minutes out that way.
Which way? Where?
That way, out Lower Mutri.
Of Eritrea, I'm up from what? Redwood Valley.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That's where the grape, the olives are.
Yeah, that's next. So Vicky, good to see you. Thank you
you.
very much.
Thank you.
Cheers. So what here's also one of the other products you get in the Nelson Tasman region is olive oil. We have a really good climate here. It's almost a bit Mediterranean. So there's olive oil producers and you know, garlic producers, even truffles and mushrooms. So there's a lot of that stuff happening. Here are, look at that, handmade leather goods. Handmade leather goods. Yet another craftsmanship where real people put actually their talents into. Good morning, my name is Michael. I'm a live streamer. I'm doing a live stream tour and I'm just filming along a little bit. If you want to say something, feel free. So basically, are you
By quality.
better?
By quality.
Yeah, by quality, exactly. We've just been to Robin in the clothing shop as well. Same story, you know, and it's all about.
Keep rebuying.
Yeah. It's, yeah. What's your name, by the way?
Xavier Napoleon.
Xavier Napoleon. Oh, that's a cool name. Are you a migrant or are you born here?
I've got two French names, but I'm Kiwi. Yeah,
Oh,
my mum's
right.
Dutch, my dad's
Look at that.
Yeah, and two French.
Xavier Napoleon. That's his name. And obviously he's the artist. He's the man himself, and he's born New Zealand, but
Born New Zealand, two French names, got no French. I'm Kiwi.
well done. So you're focusing on wallets here, obviously. Look at that.
I've got an online store, so mostly we sell on the website. This
Yep.
is just what I bring down.
Right. Oh, cool. Hey, thank you very much, Sarah. See you later. Beautiful wood products here as well. Look at that. We've got some gorgeous New Zealand wood, Remu, kauri tree. Some of these woods actually found in the soil and they were digged out. They're actually protected, like a lot of these trees now. They grow in national parks, and there's really no access for those wood any longer, except they might be pulling down an old building, and so they get the wood that way. So here we are. This is more hands-on, natural products again. Spinach, broccoli, kumara. Kumara is an interesting one. Kumara, this is the sweet potato. Here in New Zealand, sweet potato. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You can either eat it as a vegetable as such, or you can like puree. So, but people buying their stuff here, and often really from local producers. Oh, I just see something else on the other side. Look at that. This is yet another migrant. Look at these beautiful little. Good morning. My name is Michael. I'm doing a live stream on YouTube. Would you mind if I? Yeah. So tell me a little bit. Is this Japanese food or is it
This is French
French?
pastry.
French pastry
Korean twist. Korean twist.
with a Korean twist. Oh wow, so you're obviously from Korea.
Yeah, I'm obviously
Oh
from
wow. Well, what's your name?
Korea. Han.
Han, are you happy to be on the camera, Han? No problem. Right, look at those. I mean, what Han just told me, this is French food with a Korean twist. So tell me about the Korean twist. What is the Korean?
Just it's very easy. Like this is a very classic French pastry called opera.
Yep.
But we infuse matcha and pistachio. And this is a black sesame babawa mousse cake with a rice cake in the middle, and in the bottom is a chocolate biscuit with a sea salt. And this is a mandarin influenced by Jeju Island in Korea.
So that's that orange one.
That's the orange one.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is another classic opera cake. Coffee buttercream, dark chocolate ganache, and we put some Korean chili flake. And this is sushi, made by rhubarb and kiwi fruits and yuzu caviar. And this is mango and coconut cardamom jelly with a coconut mousse cake with a dark chocolate.
Looks all very delicious. So how long would it take you to produce one of those?
But it's gonna be a long process. Like it's gonna take about 3 days in total.
3 days.
Yeah. So because we need to make the shape and freeze it and defrost it.
Wow.
And all that. So it's gonna take.
Well, thank you very much for letting us know. I mean, I'll put your website on the YouTube channel so you get a bit of exposure. Hey, thank you very much for your time. Bye. Here we go. Look at that. I mean, it's yet another micron, Korean. So let's move on. I mean, I could stop at all the places. If you have any questions, let me know. And I'm happy to answer them, or if you want to see something specific, there's all sorts of things. There's breads, there are vegetables, there's even a political party here, the Labour Party. We won't go there. So we just continue here. It's still some of the stands, it's usually full here, but there's a couple of stands at the moment not here. There's a guy, he usually has lampshades here, beautiful lampshades, but not today. Anyway, let's go up the next little way here. As you can see, if you look through, it's a lot of people here. So, which is good to see, because in the winter season it can be quite, much more quiet. But obviously the summer has kicked in and people are out and about. The market, I think it opens about 8 o'clock in the morning and will be open until about 1 o'clock. So if you're in town, make sure that you really come during that time. Look at those, they're beautiful soaps. I had them last weekend in the festival as well. Beautiful. I mean, you can't smell it obviously, but these are all handmade products with, all from the region here, local producers, and it's quite interesting, a lot of larger businesses have actually started here at the Nelson Market. I'll show you one of them, the peanut butter, pig's peanut butter. He actually started, I think it was 2006 or 2008, he started here in the Nelson Market. So we make our way down there and we have a chat with them because it's a fascinating story. Here is a honey maker. He's a German. I know him. Hello. Norbert, that's his German.
You're going all right?
Yeah, I'm going all right. Still.
Make sure people eat my honey.
Yeah, I'll make sure. I'll put it on the.
My best.
Yeah. Norbert has beautiful honey. It's all organic.
Look at the new candles.
Oh, you got the new again?
New Christmas
oh, here we go. We know that. We've seen it last time. Thanks very much, Norbert. Yeah, he's a bit of a dag, old Norbert. So, but look at that. I mean, pizza, again, Italian influence, another honey. So I'll make my way over there. Look at the little child is playing the harp. But back to what I said before. So there's a lot of smaller businesses actually starting at the Nelson Market. Their business ventures. Look at that. Look at that. I've never seen that before. So somebody obviously is doing old code creations. Interesting. Interesting. So it's a really good opportunity for businesses to test their products and to reach out to new people. And good morning. How are you doing?
Thank you.
Seafood chowder. Look at that. My name is Michael. I'm doing a live stream tour on YouTube. And I'm just talking to people. If you want to talk, let me know.
Kia ora, my name's Rini.
Just a minute. There's a little microphone.
Kia ora, my name's Rini and I'm from Kiwi Kaya Nelson. We've got a range of seafood, native New Zealand drinks and chutneys, whitebait, snapper ceviche, wherever it is, can't find it.
Look
Here
at
it
that.
is, snapper ceviche and beautiful fresh New Zealand whitebait from Cascade, which is down in Lower Fiordland.
Wow.
Premium weather.
From Fiordland.
Yeah.
Cascade. Wow. Yeah, that's quite interesting. Lots of good food, lots of good things to eat and drink here in the Nelson Tasman. Hey, thank you very much for you.
Ka kite.
Cheers. So yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, people are really so open and friendly, and they're really almost, that everybody wants to talk, and that's part of the market really. It's not just, yeah, of course, it's selling products, but it's often more also to communicate with people. And there's another place. Look at that chocolate. Again, Hoka chocolate, local chocolate. I'm still amazed in the variety of products we have here. Hello, I'm just doing a live stream here. So let's move on. So yeah, there's still a bit of space in between, sparsely. I'll just move on over to the other side. Yeah, a few little stands missing, but another week or two it will be busy. The tourists starting to roll in. So let's have a look where we find Pig's peanut butter. I'm not sure if they're here today actually. Anyway, we'll look through. Oh, here we are. Greenstone. Sorry?
No filming place.
Yeah, that's fine. So,
Asked, actually.
well, I've just walked past. Yeah, some people are a little bit edgy, I haven't really filmed anything there. So, yeah, we're walking down here to the Fern Jewellery. It's this one I talked to him last season. I talked to you last year. My name is Michael, I'm doing a live streaming station. And we talked about that these are actually real ferns. And you coated them, didn't you?
Yep.
Isn't that incredible? Because at first glance, they really look like, not natural as such, but incredible. Look at those.
A streak of flax on the back.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
And coat them with glass. It's 7 stages throughout
Wow. 7 stages. Wow, interesting. So how long would it take to produce
Make
them?
about 70, 80 pairs a week.
And you're locally based, obviously?
Yep.
Okay, hey, cool. Thank you very much.
See you.
So this gentleman was a bit more open. Yeah, I just want to have a chat with people and just mosey around. Over here we have Italian cheesemaker. Via Bio. This is Italian. They have beautiful like mozzarella and all sorts of beautiful handmade cheeses. It's actually quite famous. There's somebody standing, so I don't want to intervene there. So let's head further down here if we find something else. Lots of vegetables, as we've seen before with Sandy. Our friend. As we've seen with Sandy, people actually buying their products here on the market. It's fresh. They come from the countryside into the city. And most of that stuff locally grown. Obviously bananas and more. But oh, look at that. Some pastry. Beautiful pastry. Look at that. Ooh la la. So, Nelson Tasman Stand Ukraine. That's obviously supporting Ukraine. So yet again, there's lots of migrants over here. Peonies, it's peony time again. We actually got some the other day for my wife here outside. Isn't it beautiful? Beautiful flowers here. They're just coming to season here. They're locally grown as well. Let's move on. So a lot of people would come here not only to shop for arts and crafts, but mainly also for food, vegan food. It's very, very popular now. We have all sorts of food. When I came to New Zealand in the mid-80s, there were basically, as I mentioned before, sausage rolls and really basic food. But because of the migrants coming in to New Zealand, the food scene has grown quite significantly, and there's all sorts of food. So we have even here German food, bratwurst. Look at that. Even if I'm German, I'm not really a sausage man. But hello, my name is Michael. I'm just doing a live stream on YouTube. Is that all right? Can I just? No, I haven't. Look at those sausages. They're obviously Weisswurst or even Bavarian Meister. I'm German myself. Here we go, you know. I'm not a sausage man myself. But, you know, my brother loves them.
Oh, there you go.
Here we go. Look at that. But they're all, I mean, is it a German business?
It is Doris. She's been here for 28 years.
28 years, here we are. And I've just said before, you know, a lot of businesses here start at the market.
Yeah, well, here's Doris right now.
Yeah. Doris. Hello, Doris. I'm Michael. How are you doing? I'm just doing a live stream here
Oh, yeah.
and just showing off your little beautiful sausages. So, Doris, thank you very much. Cheers. Bye. All right, can I get a... So, yeah, I mean, it's always an opportunity to catch up with those people. So let's go. We've been here. Let's go back. So we're just finalizing our trip today. If you have any further questions, let me know. But yeah, it's very vibrant today, very familiar, you know, lots of families around. And I'll show you one last place just around the corner, which is a Dutch place. They have beautiful Dutch specialities. One of them is actually apple cakes, one of my favorite. Oh, there's Mr. Pick. That was the founder. He just passed. Was the founder of Pick's Peanut Butter. And yeah, he started here, the man with the white shirt, he started here, I think 2008, with his Pick's Peanut Butter. Anyway, they're now producing, I think, 30 or 40,000 jars a day. So just shows you around. Okay, now we're heading into the last bit. We're just going over to the Dutch bakery shop and have a quick look at the beautiful Dutch apple cake. Look at that. So these guys have been an institution as well. I've been to the festival last week. They were there too. So they're basically here every weekend, and I would imagine that's their main business. They have beautiful, where's the Dutch apple cake? Excuse me. Can I just sneak through? I'm doing a live stream on YouTube. Hello, nice to see you again. So this is the famous Dutch apple cake. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Yet again, you know, a lot of, what I like here, I'll just sneak around the corner. What I like here, the way they make the coffees, they have the old way of making the coffees with a filter on top, so they've already done that, obviously. But anyway, so I really hope you enjoyed the tour. And if you want to see more of my tours, I'll have another few lined up. Join my YouTube channel. I also will list some other YouTube live streamers on my YouTube description box. So if you want to check that out, if you want to support the channel with a cup of coffee, that would be appreciated as well. But I just switch over the camera again, so you see my face again. So hey, thank you again, and catch you next time. Cheers.